People's United Bank brings you tonight's starters. Logan Verrett left on the short end, but the Mets were able to get the lead against CC Sabathia before he took his exit. 5-3 Mets as we go to the 7th.
Is that 2 times Logan's left on the short end and ended up the last time he was in line for victory?
Right. Cespedes hit the 2-run homer to put the Mets in front, but they wound up not winning that game. Here, Eric Goodell is his pitcher of record on the long side, as Hansel Robles takes over the pitching in the 7th.
Last time he appeared in the game was Thursday against the Rockies when he got a couple of outs, one via the strikeout.
Chase Headley leads off. Headley's 0 for 2, grounded out and flied out. Mets put on the full shift against him. Headley, though, did show bunt earlier in the night, so Reynolds was playing reasonably close. Now he backs up after 1 strike. See that a lot in these shifts today. Figure a hitter might try and drop one down first pitch, but after 1 strike, no.
Well, they don't want to get behind the 8 ball with 2 strikes, I guess, but boy, automatic hit.
Down by 2 runs.
Yep.
Headley gets jammed and fouls it back on the changeup from Robles, and it's 1-2.
Well, this is the beginning of the very strong back end of the Mets bullpen. Robles for 7th inning, Reed, and then Familia. It's been pretty solid group.
You know, it's interesting, Keith, that you mentioned that, because a couple of weeks ago when Sandy Alderson was asked about what the Mets might do before the deadline, he was pretty insistent that what the Mets wanted was another power arm at the end of the game. But I think the emergence of Robles over the last few weeks made that less of a must-have, because he's been awfully good. Look at those numbers over the last 6 weeks.
He's been phenomenal.
Rob Refsnyder on deck, then the pitcher's spot in the 7th. And Headley takes just off the plate at 98, full count. Can't walk the leadoff hitter. And Robles strikes him out with a high fastball.
Well, lots of movement on this pitch, Keith.
Just runs away, and he's got some giddy up on it. He's very effective upstairs. Gets a little lift to that ball, a little rise. Rubber arm. You can get 2 innings out of him. Some in 3, some if he's rested. He likes the work, Robles.
Here's Refsnyder. Tried to hold the swing and stopped it in time. In Tampa Bay, Danny Duffy's no-hit bid ended in the bottom of the 8th. So you can scratch that off your list of things to pay attention to. But I got another one for you.
Okay.
Slider on the corner, 1-1. In Cleveland tonight, Max Kepler for the Minnesota Twins has hit 3 home runs. It's only the 7th inning. So he should get a shot at hitting 4.
And that's after a great July by Kepler. He had 8 home runs in July.
2-1 to Refsnyder. Aaron Hicks is out on deck to pinch hit. Broken bat looper into right, and right there is Granderson, 2 out. So Refsnyder is retired. 2 out and nobody on in the top of the 7th. Now it's Hicks, the former Minnesota Twin, terrific defender who has really struggled at the plate this year.
Hicks is one of those young players that was kind of rushed to the big leagues with the Twins and never ever hit the way they thought he would hit.
Remember, we saw him early in his rookie season in that snow-covered series the Mets played at Target Field, and he was just overmatched at that point. Hicks hits one well to center field, chasing De Aza back. He'll get there. Side retired. 1-2-3 inning for Hansel Robles in the top of the 7th. Last 7 Yankee batters have been retired. Stretch time at Citi Field, 5-3 Mets. Aaron Hicks stays in the game in right field, and the former Met, former Yankee, now new Yankee, Tyler Clippard is in to pitch.
Well, Clippard was originally drafted by the Yankees in 2007 in the 9th round, and I think he made his debut against the Mets, right, with a start at Shea Stadium.
Yes, he did. This is his first appearance since being reacquired by the Yankees from the Diamondbacks day before yesterday. Was in 40 games for Arizona this year. Not his best season. Wilmer Flores first man to face him. Wilmer crushes one foul into a luxury box where they were not expecting it.
Clippard signed a 2-year deal with Arizona, but now a Yankee.
Yankees traded a minor leaguer, Jose Campos, to get him. And there's his signature changeup, and it's 0-2. Well, Clippard did a fabulous job for the Mets last year. They got him at the trading deadline to be the 8th inning guy in front of Jeurys Familia, and he could not have been better. Faded a little bit as they got toward the postseason, and the Mets declined to re-sign him, which turned out probably to be a pretty good move because he has not had his best year.
Oh. Talk about a workhorse. Clippard's had at least 69 appearances each of the last 6 seasons. At least 69.
I mean, think about it this way. The Mets got him for the last 2 months. He pitched 32 times for them over the last 2 months of the season.
Every other day.
Two and 2 to Flores, d'Arnaud and Loney to follow. Mets were down in this game 3-1, but Conforto doubled in a run in the 5th, and Matt Reynolds hit a 3-run bomb to put the Mets in front in the 6th. CC Sabathia gave up 5 runs and 8 hits over 5 2/3 innings. He's on the hook. Clippard now the 3rd Yankee reliever. And Flores lifts that one foul. Reach folks in the promenade section who weren't expecting it. Verizon trivia question tonight: who holds the Mets single season record for most home runs against the Yankees? And Flores down on the high fastball from Clippard, 1 away. I mean, if you had to guess, you'd think Piazza, right? But probably not, because otherwise
Delgado.
That's the question.
Delgado.
Well, Delgado had the 1 game at Yankee Stadium when he drove in 9, which is the Mets club record.
And he gave that scintillating interview after that game too.
What did he say?
That's the fastest I've ever seen him run. He ran right by Kevin.
Well, you know, there was another game that night here in Queens. It was one of those day-night 2-stadium doubleheaders, so maybe he was in a rush.
He had a night to dream of. And it wasn't a cheap home run in the lot.
By the way, Carlos Delgado has just been eclipsed in the Mets record book. Darno pops one a mile high. Teixeira waiting for it. And that's the 2nd out. Today is the anniversary of Yoenis Cespedes' first game as a Met. Cespedes has hit 39 home runs in the 1 year since his debut, which is the most that any Met has ever hit in the first year after his debut. 1 more than Carlos Delgado.
That year Carlos had, what was it, 2006, Gary, that he had the great year? Was it 6?
6, 7.
And he was the what a cleanup hitter he was.
Well, he also had a great postseason in 06. Loney takes one the other way for a base hit. So James Loney has his first hit of the night. And the Mets 10th. And that'll get Matt Reynolds to the plate. Reynolds with the big blow in this game, a 3-run homer to put the Mets in front.
There it is. First pitch fastball. He knew he had it. And that's Sabathia from looking to get a Willie. Looking to be Lawrence of Arabia.
Reynolds with 2 extra base hits tonight. He also doubled against Sabathia back in the second. So Reynolds just coming back to the major leagues today with Asdrubal Cabrera's knee banged up. Just the 7th game that Matt has started in the major leagues. And he has his most important moment to date. Swings through the fastball by Klepper, 0-2. Mets gained a game on first place Washington yesterday when the Nats lost in San Francisco. Washington starting a series in Arizona tonight with Steven Strasburg on the mound. They are about to begin.
Going for 15, Strasburg?
Yep.
What a year.
That's a 6.5 behind the Nats starting the night. And Reynolds goes down to end the inning. Second strikeout for Clippard. So he has an impressive first inning back in a Yankee uniform. That sends us off to the 8th. And the opener of this 4-game home-and-home series, Mets have a 5-3 lead.